Hello, Ohio State's fans. Welcome back to Ohio State Esports. We are bringing you Overwatch content this week. My name is Joel Harvey, or Guthix Esports. I'm joined by my good friend Steph. Steph, how's it going?
It's going pretty well. I'm excited to watch some Overwatch tonight and cast alongside you again, Joel.
Absolutely. It's always an enjoyment casting along with you, Steph. Always a pleasure bringing in
Always.
those one-liners. Hopefully we get some more of
Of
those
course.
in tonight's match. To bring you to tonight's match, we have Ohio State versus Minnesota. Ohio State coming into this match number one in our league, and Minnesota coming in at number two. Talking about this matchup, though, I will say Ohio State is a bit favored here. Our schedule has been pretty tough, and I would say, Steph, last week we had two very close matches against University of Miami, Ohio, and against Utah, two top teams in collegiate esports for Overwatch, but Ohio State picking up both wins, 2-1 close matches, but able to keep their undefeated record 6-0. And I'm excited to see how they play against Minnesota here. I would say they're a bit favored.
Yeah, I mean, of course, going in with an undefeated season already, that I think is going to spark their confidence. I mean, they haven't proven anything different, so I'm really excited to see what they're going to do. And it's two great teams. Obviously, we favor Ohio State a little bit, but it's going to be a really good match, and I'm excited to get into it.
Of course, we have a little bit of bias here, casting for Ohio State, and as representing Ohio State esports for Overwatch. Let's talk a little bit about players, of course, to remind us for Ohio State. I want to point out performance again, always a great DPS character. But don't forget about our tank line here. We have Potatoes on the main tank representing that role, and also Yan, his off tank player. Great chemistry that both of them have going into any match for Ohio State.
Yeah, I mean, as we remembered, performance, he does put on a performance. We will probably say that a few times today by mistake because we do overuse it a little bit. But I mean, when he has those double, triple kills every game, I mean, it's hard not to, you know. Excited to see them, excited to see maybe Echo, and just like the whole team, who they're going to be putting in and what heroes they're going to be using today.
We will have to see here as we are going to be getting into our match shortly. Our first map that we're going to is Nepal Control Style. Control Style King of the Hill, always a favorite to start off in any of our Overwatch matches here in our league. Nepal should be a fun one. I would say OC is pretty good on our control maps. We have a pretty good dive composition with double bubble, or our rush comp, I would say, is our strongest comp with putting Potatoes on his comfort pick of Reinhardt, swinging his hammer all around and just getting eliminations left and right with the follow-up performance. It should be an exciting match as we get into it tonight.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of successes from Ohio State in the Nepal map, so let's see what they can do tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And joining back with the team is Echo. I know you mentioned that, Steph. Echo returning to OC's Overwatch team right here, joining back on the support line with Esky. He definitely will be a factor going into this match. We should definitely keep an eye on him, see how he makes a big difference maker there. DC Stars stepping down for there. Echo stepping in along with Esky, and of course, Esky being team leader for Ohio State's Overwatch team, being that shot caller and that alt tracker, which is also very important before going to any team fight. Esky be on comms there. So
Yep.
Esky is definitely going to be one that we're going to have to keep an eye on. And let's keep an eye on him as we get into our first match of Nepal here, switched over, and we get to take a look at our team compositions right now. As we see Ohio State on the blue side, we see Echo on his comfort pick of Baptiste, I would say, a very nice Baptiste. And Minnesota Pizza Pirates. What a name, Steph, right
What?
there.
What a name! What a mascot! It kind of reminds me in Toy Story, that Pizza Planet. For some reason, I'm just keep thinking of the claw machine game at the Pizza Planet in Toy Story. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
I
the
don't know why, but
claw.
the claw, exactly.
The claw. Yes, and we
Yes.
see we have our normal lineup performance. Grab on DPS, Yan, Potatoes as our tank, and Esky and Echo. As we see, as OC's already get in here, performance doing what he does best, picking up eliminations, and now Grab trying to find some, but it does fall here, and Formula pick up the slack here as he finds another kill. And OSU just rolling in and applying pressure. It looks like they're going to be taking control of this point first.
Here we go. We saw some great kills. We have Yan with 1, and as well as performance. Strong offense right now. They got to hold down the control point.
Look at this difference that Potato's already 90% to his ultimate Earthshatter, and Roar's only 40% away. Potatoes might even be able to build 2 shatters as he has it. He'll most likely be looking to use it here as Potatoes gets wall and gets the counter shattered down, hitting 3, and they're trying to get in here as OSC drops the windows. Both Betsys dropping windows, but the high new coming out from performance is going to find one, and with eliminations coming in on the side of Ohio State, they're going to be holding. Oh, the point actually flipped over, and Minnesota was able to pick up 13% step.
Oh wow, I didn't even realize that. I loved Grab went around and kind of flanked the other team there. Got 2 kills with the C4. It was pretty cool power up. But that was a good flank as well. They didn't even see him.
Yeah, throw in that concussion mine is out of nowhere,
That's right.
lobbing it in there as it just lobs one in now.
Yeah.
We squash on the side. Minnesota does have the Blizzard here, so we throw a bomb in, but now the Blizzard is coming out from Squash. It's going to be a problem. A grab for Shatter, for Tire, and picks up another kill on Roar. Grab just dropping down from the bridge and popping that ultimate.
Grab, I think just got 3 kills right there. Am I correct?
I think he picked up 5 actually, 4 from the Tire. And
wow,
then one more.
What a play that was.
That was a huge play. It almost looked like Ohio State was about to lose that point with Squash's Blizzard, but then Grab just comes back with his own ultimate and turning the tide. And now with 8% build up, it looks like Minnesota has to get this point right now. They're committing ultimates. Graviton being used by Khan and Shatter being used by Roar of his own. And it looks like trades are coming in both sides, but Minnesota is able to flip it over and Squash picking up 2 kills. Ohio State is going to have to reset here.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's okay for them to turn it over at one point. I know they turned it over the second round, or the second team fight, but I feel like Ohio State's gonna give them a little hope, and then they're gonna come back stronger here. They have 84%, only need 16 more to take that control point. Let's see what they put their heads together and do.
Talking about coming back strong here, Steph, we see Ohio State's closing in on 4 ultimates. Already, Potatoes using Shatter only finds Gook in the back line. It's not enough all up there, but trades coming out, and that window is going to apply a good amount of pressure for Ohio State here. And now Grab finding another Tire hits Roar, and trades and eliminations are coming out for Ohio State. That's more. But Khan looking to keep Minnesota in the game, but it looks like Ohio State's going to wrap onto the point, flip it over, 10% away. Minnesota Pizza Pies have to get onto point just to trigger overtime, and this high news going to cause them problems. Performance is looking to find any kills and finds Corey here, but overtime is triggered, and Blizzard comes out from Squash. That's going to be a problem for Ohio State, but the support from Esky and Echo is able to keep Potatoes and Yan alive. And with both tanks on the point as Potatoes takes on for a ride with that charge, Ohio State will flip this over, trigger overtime, and take the first point on the poll.
Wow, what a great first round that was. If I had to pick someone, Grab really helped out the team a lot right there. That second play and that second team fight was just absolutely nuts. So yeah, I mean, for my MVP, that was Grab. That was great playing by all of them. But I don't know. What do you think?
It's a big play from Grab right there. And
Yeah.
as we saw, like you said, Squash had the Blizzard and had about 3 players frozen on Ohio State, and they were picking up eliminations, and it was about to be a nasty situation for OSU. But Grab drops in with the rip tire from Junkrat Ultimate Ability and finds 4 eliminations and the cleanup on Roar, making 5 out of the 6 players dead by
Yeah.
his hand.
Crazy.
It was seriously crazy.
Yeah.
Seriously. As OSU's rolling in here now. Looks like Minnesota takes an early precedent on point, all probably dangerously low though. As Grab on that Junkrat, applying a lot of pressure here on the shields of Roar. And looks like Potatoes finds one, but now Potatoes is down with no Reinhardt's in the battle on either side, and Khan finds another one. Trades are coming in on both sides, but Minnesota does capture the point, and now they're building that percentage in this very long team fight. As you see, Potatoes rejoins here, Yan's out of mech, trying to get that back here. And this is a very long team fight, but Minnesota, they have control at this point. They are okay by just sitting here and dragging out this team fight, building up their percentage. Ohio State has to make a move here. Grab's trying to build up his ultimate performance, gets eliminated by Mikey. And now we're seeing ultimates being used from Minnesota. Corey drops that window early, and now we see a window on the side of Ohio State from Echo. Again, we really haven't had a break from this team fight, Steph.
No,
this has
not
just
at all.
been ongoing.
Yeah, I mean, people keep getting eliminated, and then, you know, a whole team doesn't get eliminated, so they come and meet back up at the control point and not all pushing together. I think that's kind of what's hurting Ohio State right now. I think they got to
Really?
get back together and try and push all together.
And just as you say that, Steph, it looks like that's exactly what Ohio State did as they regrouped, got everyone back on point, and finally started to find eliminations, and will flip this point over and start building percentage. But, Steph, look at that. 60% built from Minnesota already in one very long team fight.
Yeah, that's definitely going to help them a lot this round.
Big ultimate from Squash here coming in with the Blizzard, but he gets picked up by Grab, so there will be no Blizzard this fight here. A big elimination from Grab as they're taking that Blizzard out of the fight, and now Grab picking up another elimination on Khan. Ohio State is being super aggressive here and just trying to find some stagger kills, and they do on the tanks of Khan and Roar as they are trying to even this percentage up and get more.
I mean, they're already pushing up, you know, 60% to 45 now. They needed a big comeback, and that's what they're doing right now, trying to even the fields.
Oh, here we go. Yan might be dropping this bomb up there in the dangerous position here. It looks like this is going to drop here, but he's trying to find a good place to use it. As Squash has that Blizzard, it might be a problem here. A Beat comes out with a counter shattered Beat just to keep them alive. Now that Blizzard is being used by Squash, isn't able to find any players on OSU. But now Potato, he's looking to turn this tide here as he gets boomed into the air by Roar, not pinned. And now we're seeing a momentum switch here with 20% to go for Ohio State to close out Nepal.
That was just a double team effort by Potatoes and Performance. Every single kill was Potatoes, Performance, Potatoes, Performance, back and forth, back and forth. They really grouped together there and was able to take this last percentage. Might be pushing into overtime now.
Yeah, it looks like Minnesota will be able to get back onto the touch, and they do. Overtime is triggered here, but no ultimates to work with for Minnesota is going to be a problem when Ohio State has one of their own. Grab finding Khan, and they're going to push Minnesota off the point and take a early series lead here against Minnesota 1-0, taking Nepal. And we saw Minnesota coming back on Nepal in the second point, taking an early lead on percentage and winning that. I don't think they really won that first team fight. I guess they did because they started building percentage, but losing that switch it, and after it was switched, Ohio State just stayed on point and they didn't give it up after that.
Exactly. I feel like Minnesota really elongated that first fight, took the control, and then was just kind of wasting time, which is exactly what worked for them. They got up to 60% within one team fight. But sadly for them, Ohio State came back stronger and didn't let them get any control over that the rest of the game.
Indeed, and I think it's all started with that first point for Nepal. Ohio State taking that first point with that huge play by Grab. Definitely a moment to remember in this series so far. We'll see if Grab or any other Ohio State players have any big plays like that moving forward. But taking an early lead in this series, 1-0, is going to be good, as the next style of map we'll be getting to is Hybrid, and we have a few choices with Hybrid. We'll let you know what specific map they'll be playing on once we get that information. But Grab, my goodness, just his Junkrat is actually insane. Like, he has a very good Junkrat. I know we've seen it on Kings Row. Remember Kings Row and sneaking around a little bit and just lobbing grenades on a shield. He does a incredible amount of damage.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, that was great playing by Grab. We saw a lot of performance and potatoes as well. We saw a lot of kills from Jan as well. A lot of good healing, and I mean, it was a great performance by all of them. Grab was the, I guess, the MVP that one round for sure. We did see one team fight. It was so funny. The kill feed was just potatoes, performance, back and forth, which was incredible. So, what a game! What a great first round against Minnesota for Ohio State. And I'm excited to see in this what map we're going to next.
Yeah, it's a style of hybrid map we'll be going to next, and the next map is Kings Row. We'll be going to Kings Row, and their next map, a fan favorite and also a player favorite. I feel like all of our hybrid maps have been Kings Row so far, and all the games we casted for Ohio State. We know that we love to bring out that Bastion teleport strat on Kings Row. It's a fan favorite of Ohio State Overwatch, and everyone knows we run it. And if you joined us in 2 weeks ago when we played Waterloo, though, we faked it, actually, Steph, and we faked that strat, and it ended up working in the long run against Waterloo, so we caught them off guard here. But we're going to be getting into our match here today, not 2 weeks ago, here today, Ohio State versus Minnesota, as we're going to get into the action of Kings Row and see the two lineups for Ohio State and Minnesota. And Minnesota will be attacking here first, and we're seeing similar composition at we're seeing, you see what I'm seeing on Minnesota's side? Is that Torb? Is that
might
Torb?
be.
Are we good? Mikey, you're not fooling us, right? You're gonna play Torb? We'll see as we see Grab on his Junkrat, a typical hero he plays, and I always get excited when I see Tor.
He switched. He's back.
I hate it when they do that. Always tempt us with the Tor.
That's funny.
We'll see a more standard composition as we get into Minnesota's attack on Kings Row, and Ohio State on the defense trying to close this series out. See Grab with that Junkrat already picking up 20% of his ultimate, and the match has just started, only 15 seconds into the attack as Minnesota's rolling in here. Grab taking a position over on the right, a wall displacing the team here, but Potato's able to get out and get the support he needs, while dangerously low though, and Grab just in the back line, lobbing grenades in, building up that ultimate, and finds a sneaky kill on Roar, and finds a second one now on Squash, and also Grab just picking up another one. Grab all in the kill feed.
Wow, well, and we see a strong performance right now by Minnesota. Ohio State's going to have to... Ohio State won this, correct?
Yes.
Yes, they are.
Yeah,
My bad. I didn't realize. So, I mean, good for Ohio State. Defending, and they got to keep doing it. Let's see.
Look at this. Grab already has his ultimate. Oh, no. What? Where is he?
What?
Oh, he's over to the right.
Here we go.
They're not ready for it. He's looking for some, but the immortality field is down. He's able to keep the team alive, but with the confusion, performance able to find Corey, though. Now he's getting fired down, and Shatter being used by Potatoes. Able to find one, and also the pin on Squash. Echo falling, though. Oh, it's a bit of an even fight, honestly, with Respawn Point being so close from Minnesota. Eski trying to get Khan out of mech, but he's unable to, and now he has to get them back to the fight. Echo racing back here as Minnesota has walked onto point, but Ohio State will be able to re-engage here. High Noon's coming out from both sides. The Potatoes trying to get on point, but he can't before the point is captured as he gets High Noon killed by Mickey. And we're seeing ultimates being committed here by Yan. Diva Bomb finds one, and it looks like Ohio State actually wants to take this early fight here as Echo finds two. And now Ohio State's just spawn camping.
They are. As you see, Minnesota can't get out of their barriers. They're just holding them straight into their spawn point, trying to elongate this fight as long as they can. It is a timer-based game, so it's not a bad strategy.
It is a bit of a race, and it's interesting. Instead of falling back and regrouping, Ohio State's team decided to just stay in the fight, and Khan throwing the bomb is a bit of a dangerous place as Potatoes gets caught out by Squash though, but now we see a attack coming in from Brad. We'll see if it picks up anyone. It does not here. So it just finds the Immortality Field in the Diva mech, and now Performance walking in, finding two eliminations, looking for one more on the Lucio, unable to pick it up. But evening this team fight out, and OSU making an aggressive defense here right at the choke.
Yeah, we have Minnesota with 3 of their ultimates ready, and Ohio State with 2, Performance and Echo. Probably going to be having to use this soon in this fight.
Oh no, Potatoes getting walled off again, but is unable to get around here as, oh my goodness, Roar gets trapped by Junkrat. Trap just sitting there, unable to see it. Now Big Shatter comes out for Potatoes, hitting 4 on the ground in Minnesota, and Yan is there for the follow-up, finding 1 elimination, and they're looking for more to even this fight out, but 1 should be enough to send Minnesota back, and just waiting for him to get Roar back into the fight.
That was some great defending there. Yan now has his ultimate, which is pretty good for Ohio State, but as well, Minnesota has 3 of their ultimates ready right now, so this might be a battling fight right here.
And we're seeing ultimates already coming out. All 3 ultimates comes out from Minnesota, but Grab picks up the elimination early. Blizzard unable to actually be any precedent for Minnesota, and now both teams have no ultimates except Performance finding his, and now Grab finding his, and Eski and Echo. Well, it looks like Ohio State is heavily favored in ultimates now. Grab's looking for another flank tire here. Minnesota's not ready for it as the Diva actually catches him out. Oh no! Khan
That's unfortunate.
Does a bit of scouting. Very unfortunate as Khan gets Grab early, and now Ohio State's trying to get back here as Performance finds one and shattered just in the nick of time from Potatoes to secure this team fight when it all looked lost. Potatoes was there coming down in the light and hits the shatter to turn the tide.
That's right. Minnesota has only 1 minute and 28 seconds left to take this next point. You think they're going to do it?
At this rate, I don't know. I mean, Minnesota does have some ultimates coming in for their own, but Eski has to be. Depends how Eski uses this beat here to keep Ohio State alive as Potatoes gets walled off. That's going to be dangerous as you see the bomb come out, and now the shatter, but Potatoes able to block a little bit of it, and now Roar falling dangerously low. Eski uses the beat. Honestly, I would say perfectly timed here to keep the team of Ohio State in this fight. High Noon being used by Mickey, trying to fight any kills now. And look at this, a Diva Bomb being used by Yan, unable to find anyone though. But Ohio State still in this fight, making it go long, taking that time down as they're just trying to regroup quickly here as Mickey finds Echo in the back line and Potatoes walking back from spawn point. Ohio State will have to give up a little bit of room here, but 25 seconds remaining for Minnesota to push it to point B to get extra time. And it looks like Ohio State's going to try touch, and they do. Now, Potatoes almost has the ultimate here. This could be key going into this fight, trying to close this out. He has it, only finds Khan the backline, but Gook does have the beat, and that is going to keep him alive. And with the Blizzard from Squash, freezing almost all of OSU's team. It looks like it's favoring Minnesota just a little bit, and yes, Minnesota will cap point B. Only give it a minute and 30 seconds of extra time.
Wow, that was close one. With only 10 seconds left and going to overtime, they were able to clutch that. But wow, that was close.
They were able to clutch point B, but
Yes.
will they be able to clutch point C?
I don't know.
There's the map. Yeah,
This is Performance's 4th time getting his ultimate this game. This is I can't imagine how much damage he's doing.
I would love to see the stats. Usually,
Yeah.
I assume Performance has gold medals and damage, but I would say Grab definitely can contest some of that. Just the nature and character of Junkrat is just kind of lob some grenades and get some random damage. But Performance finding headshots with the revolver and big plays at key moments is a real difference maker. As you see a window being used here and Performance falling to Mickey's high noon once again, as this window is in a very dangerous place. But Potatoes finds a fire strike on Corey in the back line, and Roar falling dangerously low, doesn't have the shield to protect him, as Minnesota is just trying to regroup quickly for one last push, but time is ticking, 10 seconds down, and Minnesota has to make a move here. And now Blizzard's being used and finds two of OSU's team members, but is Minnesota able to go to touch? They do, as Khan flies in there, able to get the touch here. And now Khan throwing out the bomb. Is he gonna find anyone? He finds Yan, but Yan also finds Khan as both divas trade with the self-destruct. Just to trade a big share from Potatoes. A big shot right at the end. There's no Rhine shield to actually block it. Eski picking up 2 eliminations, trying to clean this up. It's only Roar on the point, and now Khan jumping in on Winston. He'll quickly be eliminated as Ohio State will be holding Kings Row and will be stopping the Minnesota Pizza Pirates halfway to C.
What a interesting round we just had there. Ohio State, strong defense there. Only they held Minnesota as best as they could. 2 out of the 3 points they could have gotten Minnesota, but Ohio State's got to come back and make it all the way to the end. What are your predictions, Joel?
Well, based on what we've seen, Steph, it looks like Ohio State is, as we were saying, favored in this matchup, and it seems like they are more consistent as a team and organized than Minnesota. Minnesota's had some plays though, and here we go. Ohio State with the Bastion strat. As always, will Minnesota be able to deal with it? Who knows? But I want to point at both of the Eski and Goku. Both of them with the Lucio players on their team, and they have had some really good time beats. For Eski, of course, we expected, but also Goku has some really good time beats for Minnesota, keeping the team alive when it's needed. And definitely notable main support players here as we see Performance on the Bastion. Here we go. The Bastion strat. We'll see if they're ready as we see Khan's kind of boosting up here. And here we go, Ohio State rolling around. Performance ready to jump through that teleport. Here's Graf. Sets it up here. Here we go. Looking for it. There it is. And there goes the teleport.
Wow.
And the Bastion on top. He's looking for any eliminations and finds more. And he's looking for more. He's unable to get touched with the Winston bubble and also the Sigma shield. And now Eski trying to get this rest here, but is in a dangerous position, unable to get it. But Performance still applying pressure on the point. Along with Potatoes and Eski here. Just building up that percent. Almost 2 ticks build up here, Steph, as Performance is untouched. Look at this. He's just sitting up there.
Oh, he finally gets taken out. Wow. What a run he had, though. That was incredible. Just raining fire.
Back.
Oh, he's back.
He's back. Eski brings him back. He's back in the fight. And he set it up on the ground.
Wow.
One. Oh, no. And Potatoes double primal rage. And look at that. With just 5 minutes and 15 seconds. Tons of time, Big Ohio State picks up that elimination. And if Ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. Right, that is completely correct. That was something to watch. That was incredible. Just raining fire from on top of that statue. That was funny. That was definitely some interesting moments. Great strat.
No. Steph, what's this? What's this? All of OSU's players are crouch walking. Performance crouch walking with Eski on the left. Potatoes crouch. Oh no! This
what are they planning?
They're not ready for this. That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm saying. They're not ready for this. They're getting on the high ground. They're going behind Minnesota. They're going behind them, and they're not ready for it. SGC Performance on the flank, and they have to push forward. And now, Roar charging back here, trying to find the pin on Performance. The shield volley dangerously low, and now gets eliminated. Performance only find Roar here, and they're committed to Performance here. He's back in the fight. Finds tank configuration, a big ultimate trying to turn the tide here. Are they able to pick up eliminations here? No, it doesn't look like it. Performance falling now again, and now Diva Khan using the ultimate of the Diva Bomb, unable to find any. Two people falling, Grab and Performance. But Ohio State still rolling it, but with Potatoes out of the fight, it looks like Ohio State's going to have to regroup in. Now we see the switches come out onto a more traditional rush comp.
What an incredible play that was. Completely flanking the other team, and just kind of committing to that and sticking with it. Mm-hmm. Incredible. As much as it maybe didn't work out the best, it was still a great play.
Might have not worked out, but it was exciting. Can't deny that.
Cannot deny it.
It's Yan popping the flux here, but Goku does have the beat on time, and Shadow hits both tanks inside of Ohio State, and they are quickly cleaned up and sent back to the spawn point. A big Shadow from Roar catches Potatoes sleepy with no shield up, and see Yan switching over to this Diva. It's interesting, Ryan Diva combo. You see Grab here on the Echo actually instead of the Junkrat. What do you make of this? More mobile hero, more mobile one, fly around, and a little more pressure in the air. And Mickey's really the only one that can apply enough pressures. See here, OC just waiting, regrouping here. As Eski and Echo have both of their support ultimates to go into this fight as they're trying to break a wall here. Potatoes falls down and able to get support from his team, staying alive here. Potatoes drops the Shadow, finds 3 in the back line, and the rest is history as the rest of the Ohio State team rolls in and finds the eliminations.
Here we go. They're going to make up some ground here, pushing the payload toward that first point, or a second point. That's a great team fight right there for Ohio State.
Ohio State trying to close this point B. We'll see if Minnesota Pizza Pirates can touch here. It looks like they're going to be close enough to touch, and now with no support ultimates and Squash with the Blizzard, it's going to be a problem here as Performance high ground, high new ultimate ability and finds 2, and Yan eating the Blizzard, Steph. What a key moment for Yan, taking away that Blizzard that could have turned the tide for Minnesota's. Performance, I think, finds 5 eliminations? Finds 5! Jeez.
It was incredible. Now all Ohio State has to do is push this payload a little bit further in order to try and outround this Minnesota Pizza Pirates. Let's see if they can do it. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to do it.
2 minutes and 40 seconds time here. We're seeing a Heinen being used also. Diva Bomb from Khan. Gets SK though. This one support down for Ohio State. They do have the time though to regroup here. They don't have to push in and be aggressive now. And now with eliminations coming out for Minnesota, it looks like they're going just to take a second regroup here. But Performance finds Goku. That's one person out of the fight, and now it looks like Ohio State is right for the attack as Potatoes charges in, and he has the Shatter, but Roar also has the Shatter, except the Shatter comes out from Potatoes first, along with a Diva Bomb from Yan, but unable to find any, and now the counter Shatter being used, finds 2, Performance and Yan, but Echo keeping the team alive for Ohio State the best he can. Unable to keep Potatoes alive though, High Noon trying to find anyone but unable to. Mickey has his High Noon, he pops it here and finds Yan out of the mech. But the points get dangerously close. That minute and 30 seconds remaining though. 5 minutes total, and now it looks like it's 1 or 2 fights.
That was a complete Minnesota just triple teamed and cornered performance at the end of that. It was unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. And Squash has the Blizzard again. Let's see if Yan can eat that here. If not, this team fight could be over very quickly. As we see, Grab gets the Echo Copy, trying to build shields one. Now he's looking to use it and finds Corey in the back line along with Esky finding the punch, and now Potatoes has a shadow of his own and finds a kill, and it looks like Ohio State will be getting the team kill to finish Kings Row, and Ohio State will be defeating the Minnesota Pizza Pirates and taking this series 2-0 and securing their 7th win in the season.
That was some incredible gameplay there. Ohio State 2-0s Minnesota. I mean, 2 great competitors. Obviously, Ohio State was favored there a little bit, but they dominated those 2 games, and upsetting for Minnesota, but great success for Ohio State.
Yeah, upset for Minnesota, but Ohio State coming out on top with a swift victory of 2-0, defeating Minnesota on Nepal, and then also pick up that win on Kings Row. Steph, let's look back at this, and I gotta say, the most valuable player was Grab. On his Echo and also his Junkrat, pick up that big play on Nepal with the tire, turning the momentum for Ohio State to get this ball rolling and get the show on the road and picking up these 2 maps and the series win. Grab picking up most valuable player in this match on my book.
I completely agree. I do love the play by performance though, putting at top of the statue and just raining fire on the Minnesota Pizza Pirates from the top. It was just incredible to watch, extremely funny. It was almost like a chopper gunner. My Call of Duty knowledge is coming out, but it was fun to watch, and they were dedicated to it, you know, healing him and keeping him alive the entire time, and I don't know, it was great. I thought that was a great play.
And like I said, we do it every time. Keep him healing.
That's right.
Brought back to secure the point. And let's just talk about that flank here with the Bastion as they're crouching around the left side of the map. Catches them off guard, but the Minnesota able to push forward onto the point instead of stay back, and then able to catch Performance out. But I can see what they were doing. Performance had his ultimate ability, his tank configuration, and they were ready for it. And unfortunately, didn't work out. But in the long run, we take the series 2-0, and I'm really excited to see the rest of the season. Steph, are you?
I'm extremely excited. Ohio State is 7-0 right now in the regular season, and I'm excited to see what else they can do. But yeah, I mean, great playing by all of them. We have some really good players on the Overwatch team. Of course, Ohio State Esports is a newer program compared to these others, but they're really proving themselves this year, and they're making a name for themselves, definitely.
Absolutely. New program, but doesn't mean we're not good, and we are stay up there with the best of the best still. Steph, a pleasure casting with you, as always.
As always.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us for Ohio State Esports Overwatch. Bring you all the content, usually every Tuesday around this time. Again, thank you for joining us. Make sure you go follow our Twitter to stay up to date, Ohio ST Esports. You can also follow our Instagram with the same tag and stay up to date with our videos on YouTube, Ohio ST Esports. Again, my name is Joel Harvey. Our Twitter is at Guthics Esports. Steph, thank you for joining me today for K-State, that's and Macy match, and Ohio State stay undefeated 7-0 after this match. Have a good night, everyone, and enjoy your evening. See you, everyone.
See ya.
Hello, welcome back, Overwatch fans for Ohio State. We're bringing you more action here right after this Minnesota match. Minnesota falling to Ohio State. Ohio State taking the swift 2-0 victory, making their record 7-0. But we are not finished with you. Now we have a real challenge actually coming into this match here. Ohio State will be playing against Harrisburg, and Harrisburg is no pushover team, as Harrisburg in the collegiate power ranking number 2 coming into this week in colleges across the United States. As Ohio State is ranking number 6 though, so it's a new program coming up, uprising. But Harrisburg's been around for a while, and also Steph, they have their esports program has a pretty good amount of options.
That's right. Harrisburg University esports program has been around for a while, 5+ years at least. And they actually offer 22 full scholarships for their esports athletes every single year, which is it was just insane. And it's great to see that as esports is rising up, and they're great people to lead in for all of the upcoming collegiate esports programs. They also have a Bachelor of Science in esports education, esports performance and organization, which is really cool. So they are setting a great standard for collegiate esports, and I'm excited Ohio State gets to play against them.
Oh, it'll be exciting matches. We are coming in as the underdogs, but of course we're a little bit biased here, and we'll be cheering on Ohio State from our end. But Harrisburg, a notable opponent for Ohio State here, as we picked up 2 wins against Miami and Utah last week. Those were, I would consider, mini bosses, Steph, and Harrisburg is a bit like a final boss. And if we can take a victory against Harrisburg here, say our name will be talked around a little bit more than as it already is, as we beat Utah and Miami. And I'm curious to see, when 22 esports scholarships, full rides going out to players, you're definitely going to get some attention from some top players. It's great to see, but that means you're going to have a pretty stacked team, I would say. A bunch of very high top players. But Ohio State has some top players of their own, as Performance coming in the number 2 collegiate DPS player representing for Ohio State, and also Potatoes, a very high tank player in the collegiate level, along with Esky and Echo Duo on support. So it's not like this game or this match is out of our league. Well, yeah, we can definitely compete here. We'll just have to see how that goes, as our first map will be Nepal again as our control style. Nepal, fun control style map again, started with control in every series here in our league. And again, Harrisburg, a notable opponent, Steph. I'm curious to see how this one plays out.
Yeah, I mean, Ohio State has a pretty good track record with starting with Nepal in the control games, but we'll see what happens for these next upcoming ones. But they've been pretty comfortable on this map, and I'm excited to see what they do.
We see it pretty comfortable on this map, and grab on his junker as we head over to the action here to see the starting lineups for each of the hero selections for Ohio State and Harrisburg. And let's take a look here. Ohio State will be on the blue side over on the left, and Harrisburg University on the right. And we see the similar rush composition, but Yan running the Orisa, a bit of a difference maker here than DVO running the Diva. That's going to be fun. As we see
nice.
That's a pretty good fun. So Ohio State runs the Symmetra, actually. Grab running the Symmetra as we get into the first team fight engagement. Both teams just trying to cause some pressure on point, as we see Cyrus on the right side trying to get an elimination, but Performance holding them back. And Ohio State on the point for the double stun. It looks like Performance and Cyrus had the same idea. Now Mickey pinning grab against the wall and finding Potatoes and finding Yan. And oh my goodness, Mickey find a 3, and Harrisburg turns the tide and will be taking control of this first point.
Is it Mickey or Mikey? What are we gonna go with? Mickey Mouse, or are we going with Mikey?
Let's go Mikey.
All right.
I think the double Y we'll do.
It's Mike E. Yeah, we gotta emphasize. Yeah, there we go.
Mike Wazowski.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So Mikey with a big place here as the teleport comes in, a 6-man flashbang from Cyrus allows him to get the high noon. He pops out. Cyrus finds 2, and now eliminations all on the side of red for Harrisburg. But Potatoes finding 2 kills, stagger kills, as Ohio State tries to regroup here to get back to the point. And receives the switches coming out for Ohio State here. Steph grabs, switching over to the May to mirror it. And Yan also switch over to the Diva to mirror it as well. Just trying to play Harrisburg's game better.
That's right. I see Cyrus and Performance are both using Jesse, and I think for the first time, Performance is really getting, matched up against with this character. Cyrus is pretty deadly with this revolver. Obviously, we've seen Performance be really strong with it as well. But I think Performance might have met his match with another Jesse, so it's interesting to see.
Let's see here. Cyrus, definitely a notable McCree as he finds Potatoes here early, but Grab finding Mikey, and now Ohio State being a bit aggressive here with the beat, but counter Blizzard freezes 2 for Ohio State, and Elk finding Grab his counterpart. As now Harrisburg trying to clean this up, and Potatoes coming in with a shatter, finds 2 on the ground, trying to turn the tide as he finds Samoans. And now Performance find Elk. The fight is even. Cyrus find Performance's counterpart. Ohio State has to stay on the point, has to flip this over as they are getting dangerously low here as overtime is triggered and taking down. Cyrus finding Eski again here, and Mikey finding Grab as overtime's ticking down as Ohio State has to stay on point, but it doesn't look like they will. And Harrisburg coming out strong with 100% to 0 and taking his first point on Nepal.
I really think Ohio State has, throughout this entire season, have seen some less competitive teams, and now they're versing Harrisburg, obviously a very well-known esports program. They might have met their match. I mean, 100 to 0 right there. That's not a strong performance from Ohio State, but we'll see what they regroup and see what they could do for this next attack.
Compared to Utah and Miami, like we said, Utah and Miami were both very good teams, and they were close matches, but we were able to take the win over them. But this is the big leagues now. You see Harrisburg coming out strong, and now Ohio State, Rocky Grab on the Junkrat. We'll see if that's going to be a difference maker, as Cyrus is playing Doomfist here with some walls that can punch Ohio State teammates into. It could be a little bit dangerous here. Cyrus on the Doomfist and Grab on the Junkrat. 2 switches here. The rest pretty similar, except we see Elk on the May. And now Soames finds Grab on Matisse, and Cyrus punching Echo here and doing some more damage. Cyrus finding more eliminations for Harrisburg, and the kill feed is popping on res. Eski tries to out with his life, but Harrisburg will be taking control at this point. I feel like I'm saying Cyrus a lot here.
Yes, definitely. We just did see Cyrus switch over from Jesse to, am I saying this right, Akande? Is that correct?
I'm actually not sure.
I don't know.
This, but
yeah, well, he's switching over, and obviously the first few team fights we saw a lot of kills from him, but we are continuing to see, as you see in the kill feeds, Cyrus's name pop up. So definitely a player to watch.
Definitely a player to watch as he is going in deep with his ultimate ability, trying to find both supports. Finds one, and saw Cyrus got early punch kill. I think it was Performance, and just take him out of the fight, and then the wall from Elk cutting off the team and split them and find more kills. Definitely a problem here for Ohio State, pushing him, but there's some ultimates on either side here. We'll see how Ohio State handles this as they push in, tries to find Cyrus, but gets out barely. Another good wall for the side of Harrisburg. Oh, these walls placements are causing problems for Ohio State. Now, Performance has his high noon. He's looking to use it here, but there's a bomb. There's a Diva bomb, and it finds two. Finds Esky and Performance. Grab, find a stagger kill. The point almost flipped over for Ohio State, but with the team kill signal, Harrisburg is getting close to closing this of Nepal.
This is one strong game for Harrisburg. Ohio State is finally being matched up against these incredible teams, and I don't know if they were ready for it, but still not over. Still have this last team fight. See what they can do.
Here we go. Starting off right here, Stev. As Grab finds an early elimination on Akawa. And now he finds Mikey here, and Performance finds one too. But now here comes Cyrus on the Doomfist. He's in there. He has his ultimate, waiting to find good position, and he's looking to try to just get out here and just wait as Ohio State flips the point over. And he's looking to find Esky, but Yan able to block it here. And now Harrisburg back in, trying to flip this point back over and trying to close this out. And we grab rocking the Torb, coming back on the Torb, see if it can make a difference here to find Cyrus. As DVO finds the turret though. Now Ohio State needs to hold on to this point. Potatoes has the shadow here. Harrisburg trying to find a place to attack here, and looks like they're going to set up shop on the right. Throws the shadow but doesn't catch Mikey out. And now Performance with a high noon is the last ultimate that Ohio State has. And now he gets taken out. Esky drops the beat to keep Yan alive, but Yan doesn't have the mech though. He's out of mech as Harrisburg flips this point, and with 2% remaining, overtime will trigger. We'll see if Ohio State can get back, but it doesn't look like yes. Harrisburg will be taking an early lead in this series, 1-0, but we saw a little bit of hope for Ohio State right there on the second map in Nepal, picking up 60%. And so we have a phrase here, Stefan, the game of Overwatch. It's first map. It's first map. You get all the kinks out, and just like playing a game of football, it's the first quarter. Don't worry, we got 3 more quarters to go, and we got another map to go at least. And then if we win that, we have a third one, and then anything can happen.
That is correct. I mean, after the first game, the first round at least, I was a little scared, but Ohio State did regroup, come back, probably talked, communicated a bit, and was able to really contest Harrisburg. So I don't think they're out by any means, and I'm excited to see what this next round brings.
Yeah, we absolutely. Cyrus is hopefully someone I have to keep an eye on.
Definitely.
I feel like I was a broken record say his name on repeat.
Well, the kill feed was a broken record as well with his name.
Yes, I would agree with you there. And you see, Cyrus has a good McCree and also can bring out a Doomfist. A very diverse hero pool. 2 different heroes on Spectrum, as McCree more of a long distance shooter, and Doomfist is up in your face, punch you with a giant robotic fist. And I don't think you could get two different heroes than that. But yes. Ohio State, like we said, down in the series early. They're down 0-1, but still we have another map to come back here, and we do get a map pick, and we are going to get that information to you soon as we get that info. And next map is Eichenwald. Actually, we're going to be taking our team to Eichenwald, and we will be trying to secure this map so we can stay in the fight and force a map 3 to try to win this series. Eichenwald's a fun map here. We'll see what kind of strat Ohio State runs here. It's not Kings Row.
It's not Kings Row, what we normally see. So,
not Kings Row, but it's going to be interesting. We'll see what kind of heroes they pick and what kind of composition they play. And we'll also have to see what Harrisburg plays here as we get into Eichenwald, our second map of the evening here. And we will be getting to take a good look at the team's composition. Harrisburg over on the blue side will be defending first, and Ohio State will be in the red, or should I say Scarlet, Steph?
Oh, I think we say Scarlet.
We'll say
Definitely.
Scarlet instead. Scarlet over on the right. And it looks like Ohio State's running the same kind of composition, but running Yan on the Diva instead of a Zarya or Rissa. And I feel like it's just to mirror it. The only difference is Grab here on the Junkrat, which I feel is just more of a comfort pick and can make more big plays that we saw in the Minnesota match.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited to see what these five or these this grouping of heroes brings for this next coming round.
You see here, Elk. Keep eye on Elk. His wall placements on the maze is very deadly for Potatoes as Ohio State meets Harrisburg early, but Mikey finds performance, gets caught out early as now we see Elk drop that wall, and Cyrus finding Potatoes, find the elimination, and now with Yan getting cleaned up, both tanks gone. Ohio State's just going to have to regroup after that first attack.
Definitely. Harrisburg has definitely have some strong defense for them. Ohio State's going to have to regroup here, as you said, and figure out their plan of strategy here. They can't take it easy against Harrisburg. They might have been doing that for this season. That's why they're 7-0, but they might have to change their strategies a bit and come in a little harder.
They hear a side shot coming out from Mikey, but doesn't get anyone. As we see Potatoes find Akawa, though, and a big shadow from Potatoes hitting forward on the ground for Ohio State. And they're looking to clean this up, but Harrisburg giving the ticks up to Ohio State. And look at this, Ohio State finding the eliminations, performance -2, wow. And they're able to cap this point and get the payload moving through Eichenwald.
Performance is really just deadly with that revolver. It is crazy. The headshots that he's been getting this entire season is awesome to watch. So that is crazy. He's doing good.
Look at this. Grab coming with the sneaky tire. He always likes trying to be sneaky here. He's trying to find a good place as Harrisburg drops, and he sees an opportunity. He's looking for it. He finds Elk, and everyone else on Harrisburg is dangerously low. Wow. Blizzard comes out from Elk, but doesn't get anyone except Potatoes. But Ohio State on top of the eliminations, and they're cleaning it up as Akawa gets stuck with Trap. And Steph, I love seeing Grab with these blank or sneaky tires. He's just
it is so
for
funny.
them.
He's just waiting for the perfect opportunity and then lets it go, and it always works. I mean, sometimes there's more successes than others, but it's always a great play.
Yes, and Diva Bomb's launched in the direction of performance. He's able to roll out there as Harrisburg is taking a position on the high ground as Ohio State's Rolly moving the payload. As Cyrus gets his high noon, he's gonna pop up here along with performance, but doesn't get caught out as Eski falls though, and all the players of Ohio State is getting dangerously low. But Yan finding elimination with the Diva Bomb, but with Potatoes the last one on card. Harrisburg will be halting Ohio State here, but only for a moment, with 3 minutes and 10 seconds left on the attack.
Plenty of time for Ohio State to get that payload to the next point. I wouldn't be extremely worried right now. But Harrisburg does have this high ground right here. They're able to kind of stop them here. This is always a tough point to get past. I feel like we've seen this in other matches, and the high ground just really is tough to beat.
It really is. It really is. And it's the payload is so far away. The defense has such a good position on you on the high ground. Just sit up here and you can just have spamming down. And we just saw a huge wall from Elk, honestly. The OSU was just trying to walk in through Castle. And then right when half the team was through, Elk just dropped the wall and displaced them. Just like this, right here again. Elk does it again. But Grab is ready with the tire to push Harrisburg back, finds Mikey, and now Potatoes finds Akawa. They're up 2. Grab looking for more and finds another one. Now they need to get this card across the bridge into point B. They have the momentum. Harrisburg trying to regroup here, just trying to get all together to get another hold on point B here. They're trying to get out here. Let's see if Harrisburg does, but yes, they do. They do. They get out here, and now Cyrus with the high noon. It's going to be dangerous. They're looking for more. And now Harrisburg find the eliminations with the card just 0.86 meters away. And Akawa find 2 kills, Bupayan off the map. And wow, Harrisburg University timing that perfectly just before the point captured point B.
That is right. Literally like three more meters, and Ohio State would have had that point. But Harrisburg did hold them off. And here we go, just again, Harrisburg holding them at this point, right at the high ground. It's so tough to get past, as we see, you know, Ohio State's going to run past them and try and get around them.
And here, and now look, Elk and Mikey are now in the main position, and Cyrus on the high ground. Elk finds Echo with a headshot. Icicle ahead of Echo, and now grab volley, and now it looks like Ohio State's just gonna jump off the map and regroup for one final attack.
Is that what just happened there? He just jumped off just so he can spawn back with his team?
Yes. Yeah, and that's actually a strategy we see here.
So you don't waste time, yeah.
Exactly, because Harrisburg, they don't have to eliminate you. They can just let you stay there with 1v5, and then they eliminate you when they want to. So just regrouping with your team to get one grouped attack is pretty good here. As we see Yan top it and Diva Bomb, and oh no, Potatoes accidentally jumping off the map. Oh, wow. And now Eski using ultimate. Ohio State has to get on card with 5 seconds remaining. Grab Papa the Attire, looking to find anyone. He finds Samoas. Finds one elimination now, and now Blizzard being used right on card, causing Ohio State unable to get on the point. And now we see eliminations on the side of Harrisburg, and Potatoes joins back in the fight, finds one, but with all of the players for Ohio State's side gone, Ohio State will be held right before point B on Eichenwald.
Wow, that is definitely a tough round for Ohio State, but they did give it their all. Like, they were holding that overtime point there for a decent amount of time, but now Harrisburg has to return with at least 2 points in order to take the whole series.
As Harrisburg has the chance to finalize this series 2-0 and defeat Ohio State. We saw Ohio State had some good momentum there, but Harrisburg just perfectly timing their execution on re-engaging the payload right before point B, using ultimates and turning the tide. And after that, the payload was so far away, Steph, it was just so hard for Ohio State to get back to it.
It was definitely a tough situation. I mean, I just can't get over it with this map. The high ground, that one spot is just so tough to get past. So I'm excited to see what Harrisburg's going to do eventually when they get to that point. And how Ohio State's going to hold them.
Yeah, we were saying that Elk on the main was actually making it super difficult for Ohio State. Normally, when you're attacking here on Eichenwald, you want to just move through castle, rotate onto the bridge, and then meet the defending team on high ground. But every time Ohio State tried to do that, Elk just dropped the wall and displaced the entire team. And then with the team displaced, Harrisburg just dropped right down on them and then just started looking for kills. And that's exactly what happened. Let's see how Ohio State defends here as Harrisburg gets in for the attack. Cyrus coming out slow. But now Harrisburg rotate to the right. Eski falling dangerously low though. And now Cyrus finds Rando with the flashbang. Almost getting eliminated but with that 25 extra health buff, that's going to be a difference maker. Yan finding Mikey though, and now Cyrus finding Potatoes and gets Yan out of mech. He's looking for more here, tries to find Eski, but Eski's just going to regroup as Cyrus already has a high noon and he is ahead of performance by 40%.
Wow. I mean, I feel like that entire fight, no one even touched Cyrus barely. So I feel like you kind of have to. Oh, you just get hit there.
Ooh.
But
Little dangerous.
as I'm saying that to try and target him, he gets hit. But yeah, I mean, they really have to find him and kind of just not let him be able to shoot and just headshot everyone. So we'll see.
It's
He is
really
pretty
hard.
deadly with that gun.
He is, and his positioning is very good. He's not strayed too far. He's able to stay with team as Elk finds a ice cold headshot and grab. Grab would be out of play. Now Cyrus finds Mateo. Elk finds another. And with that, Ohio State is just going to have to regroup here once again as Harrisburg has a little under 5 minutes to just push it not too far to clean out this map here and take this win over Ohio State. But Ohio State just needs to get one nice defense and they can set up on high ground. And oh no, Steph, that's not the way to start this defense.
No, definitely not. It's interesting. So
It's
if they
not.
get to the that next spot, does the game automatically end or do they just keep going?
Nope, the game automatically ends. It's a
Oh man,
giant, big,
I want to watch more.
gold rectangle. It
Come on.
ends.
Let's go, Ohio State.
Potatoes though coming out with a shatter hits two down the ground, but now we're seeing a Devo bomb usually by Devo, and eliminations are showing more in blue as Harrisburg trying to clean this up here as he ends the last one on card, gets out mech, and Cyrus finding a finishing blow there, and Harrisburg will be taking this map on Eichenwald, and unfortunately Ohio State will be losing this series against Harrisburg 0-2. Unfortunate, and it was not a pretty match to watch, I will say, Steph. There were some notable moments, though. We saw Ohio State taking a bit of an aggressive approach, but Harrisburg with their organized, like, clean plays and very, very on point, and it comes in to see, like, there's a reason why they're the number 2 team, college team in the country.
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, Ohio State shouldn't be upset about this loss. I mean, being 7-0 in your first 7 games is good. Now, obviously, their record moves to 7-1, but it's not a bad season, and it's not over at all by any means. I mean, going against the second ranked team, Collegiate Overwatch. I mean, you're gonna have a tough match, and I think that's exactly what Ohio State had. I think they've been versing some easier teams compared to Harrisburg. Not too much easier. Obviously, they've had some really good matches against Utah and Minnesota and all of them. But I mean, Harrisburg is, as you said, a different type of boss. So Ohio State definitely had some realization there, and it was a great games by both of them. There wasn't really one dominating force. Ohio State held its own, and yeah, it was great gameplay.
Yeah, when we break down that Icon map, it all came down to the defense on point B and just gave that little stuckage and a great position for Harrisburg to just pop up shop right on top of the castle and just displace Ohio State whichever way they went, either through the castle or under a bridge. They were able to displace them and just in a dangerous position either way, trying to get back to the payload. So Ohio State to pick up their first loss in the season, but it's not over here. We have one more week of matches, so 2 more before we get into some playoffs. And with only one loss, Ohio State still high up in the rankings, I assume, if we get that information. Ohio State with one loss, there's still plenty of games. We'll see who we play next week once we get that information to you, once we find that out. But Ohio State still holding their own, still a dominant team in our league, and still a new program, but we're still swimming up there with some medium-sized fishes, I think. We still have a bit of a way to compete up there with Harrisburg, but time will tell. As Ohio State will be picking up their first loss, like I said, and that'll be wrapping us up in this broadcast step. A pleasure casting with you as
Of
always.
course, yeah. Thanks for casting along. Love casting Overwatch with you, Joel. Coming out from Ohio State Esports. If you want some more information, follow us on Twitter at Ohio ST Esports, as well as our Instagram, Ohio ST Esports, and catch us at our YouTube channel, Ohio ST Esports, as you guessed, for more content. Yeah, so it's been great. Thanks for casting along, Joel. And yeah, thanks everyone for watching.
See you, everyone.